Hello everyone. Thanks for listening to my video. I just wanted to start off by saying I appreciate you guys for coming and wanting to listen to my story. Well, I wanted to start off to say that I am in my 40s. I just recently was diagnosed with congestive heart failure as of April of 2025. When I went in to the ER, I was not able to breathe. I was having a real chronic cough, and and it hurt to breathe. I was told I was uh, sorry. I was given a EKG, which identified some abnormalities in my heart rhythm, in which they did a chest X-ray, which concluded that my heart wasn't functioning properly like it should. From there, I was admitted into the hospital with multi-care, and I stayed for about a week, totally unaware of how serious my condition was or what was going to happen from here. All I knew was that my heart was not functioning correctly. I spoke with the provider. The provider told me that I have congestive heart failure, and my heart was operating at 20%. And I just literally couldn't believe it. I'm like, really? I what does that mean? I had no clue what was being told to me. After doing some research, I found out that I have a condition that's normally seen in elderly patients, and I'm in my 40s, or I was turning 40 actually, um, in a few months. But I literally was not thinking this was gonna, like, I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Still can't believe it to this day. I'm just like, oh wow, really? Me? Um, so, you know, I just kind of wanted to start this channel to help others be more aware that congestive heart failure can happen to anyone. It is not a illness that is just normally for the elderly. It happens to young people. I am testament. And others out there like me also are going through the same thing, where they're finding out that they're sick and now they have to take medications for the rest of their lives and change up just a whole new lifestyle. But a little bit about myself. I was a former smoker. I did do about a pack of cigarettes a day. I started in my late 20s up to just recently when I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And then from there, I just quit cold turkey. When I was admitted in the hospital, I couldn't smoke. So I just completely stopped smoking. And I haven't picked up a cigarette since April of last year. I'm almost on a year. I'm actually very proud of myself because I did a cold turkey, and I want to be here. I want to be here for my child. I have a daughter that I care deeply about. And I just kind of wanted to be an advocate for others that are going through similar situations, find out they're having chronic illnesses and not having nobody to reference or don't know what to do from here. When I was in the hospital, I felt like my world was upside down. I They had a chaplain come in and talk to me. I was breaking down, and I'm like, what does this mean? I don't understand what you're telling me. I'm only 39. Like, why am I here? Um, it took a lot for me to stomach that. Just why am I here? Because I'm in my thoughts. I'm not sure what I'm doing. How do I how do I get out of this situation? This is just a nightmare. I can't believe it's happening to me. I expected myself to live an old life or to grow old. You're telling me I'm not going to live past being 40? Like, what does that mean initially? Um, they didn't tell me that, by the way, but that's what I read on the internet. You know what I mean? That's the first thing you pull up when you look up congestive heart failure is it's normally with elderly patients. They don't live to see, some, most of them that are hospitalized the first time don't live to see a year. And I'm just like freaking out. I didn't see anybody around my age. I couldn't find stories. I joined support groups to try to get more clarity and understanding of how to manage my condition and what does it look like for me from now on. And I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. I didn't know what to do. Um, so I just kind of wanted to share my story with everyone out here that's, you know, dealing with finding out an illness and just not knowing how to cope with it or not knowing what to do to, you know, keep yourself pushing on. Because I'm every day it's a fight for me. Every day I'm afraid that I might not wake up. That's sad. Like it hurts. It hurts to have to feel that way when you're so young. Um, but just a little bit about congestive heart failure. So, congestive heart failure is when the heart is not pumping effectively throughout your body. It's not pumping enough blood throughout your body. It's not working like it's supposed to. Just a little understanding of what I read. And when then they measure that based off of your what they call a EF, which is ejection fraction. It's a number that's basically telling you how much percentage of blood is being pumped throughout your body. When I was hospitalized, I was told that my heart was operating between 20 to 25%, which is really super low because what I was advised is a normal heart pumps 60 to 100 beats per minute. I was 20 to 25%. I was barely getting enough blood through my body. Um, Another thing I did notice as I grown throughout my adulthood that after me having my child, I had weight in my stomach, just abnormally bloated in my stomach, and I was advised later on. This was in my 30s, but I was advised later on that a lot of that was contributed to my heart failure. That it was just I was retaining fluid in my stomach as well as my legs, which I noticed when I was in the hospital and they put me on that water pill and had me on a certain diet. I lost like 20 pounds in like a week, and I'm like, wow, and that was water weight. I'm like, really? Like, seriously? That's crazy. I I just still can't understand. I still can't fathom everything that's hitting my way. But I just kind of wanted to start this channel up to share that with you. Um, I did see on the news recently, just in referring to Ray J and his heart failure diagnosis he was just recently diagnosed with, and what he's going through. And I just honestly can relate to that. It's scary. It is completely scary to feel like you're young and this this shouldn't even be happening to you, but it does. And I wish the best for him, and I wish he a long healthy journey, and I hope he's able to live a long life. So I just kind of wanted to say that. But I just wanted to start this channel for that. And I appreciate you guys coming and reading about, not reading, but listening to my story and getting to know me better. I just want to start this channel up and blog my life and how things change because I take meds every day. I take like 9 different meds a day. It's crazy. I went from 0 to 9. I did have hypertension, so actually, let me stop lying. I took 1 medication a day, but now I'm down to 9, like 9, and I have to take one in the morning and the evening. I'm like, oh my God, this is too much. It's a lot of medications. Like, I have to take a day just to make sure you're good. And oh my God, I am one thing I do. I want to say is people. There is, I've been doing a lot of reading. There's a lot of people that live long lasting lives with congestive heart failure. It is not a death sentence. I wish I would have known this in the beginning. When I was in the hospital, I was stressing because all I read was Dr. Goo saying, you're going to die in 5 years. Like, I just was like, oh my God, really? Seriously, that's crazy. It took a lot of me digging and doing more research to really figure out that there's others out there, there's support groups out there that are, there's people that are in my situation that are young and they, either they were born with congestive heart failure or it's hereditary or they just got diagnosed based off of lifestyle, um, off of their lifestyle. And they're living with it, they're coping with it, they're moving on with their life with it. And I'm trying to do that myself. I'm trying to be my own advocate as well as advocate for others, to be, very conscious about your health and take care of your body. Your body's a temple, take care of it. You know, all this stuff, the hard partying, and I'm like, I'm old, but just like, all this hard stuff that I had to do when I was younger. I'm just like, I can't do that no more. I gotta be more, I gotta be auntie. So that's what they're calling me now. But I just kind of want to be there I'm real serious in this. I just want to be there for others. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to my story. I'll be posting more stuff here in the future in regards to my lifestyle, what I'm doing, how I'm coping, um, and just be that support for others. So thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Until next time, bye.